Let's have a story.
What's the story?
Well, I don't know, we're going to make it up.
Yeah, this is our new segment where we take a short story prompt and we try and make a short story.
Yeah.
We've not tried this yet, so we'll see how it goes.
We've had a few suggestions. I basically put out asking for people to give story prompts, locations, characters, goals, etc. that we shall weave into tales.
Okay.
And people have come up with like whole sections of ideas, or even sort of whole story arcs. But I think what I really want to do is sort of take bits of that and put it together into something.
Okay.
So I think for a character we have Nuffles the Fairycorn, who is super full of love and really likes birdies and snuggles.
Aw. Now see, I hear Nuffles and my brain auto-completes Snuffles, and I like to picture that they're just like a little bit sniffly.
A little bit of sniffly fairy.
Yeah, and then maybe this furrycorn is, maybe they have hay fever or something. They've got plant-based allergies. They're occasionally a little sniffly.
So they have little fairy wings, but they're basically a tiny, tiny unicorn.
Yeah, a tiny little unicorn.
And they're a bit snuffly.
Yeah, a little bit snuffly.
Nuffles.
Oh, bless. I like our protagonist already.
Somebody has mentioned the possibility of a hidden land behind the washing machine.
Oh, that's very Lego Movie 2-ish, isn't it?
I guess so. And with the goal of freeing the world from evil giant creatures and to get back home in a wrinkle-free condition.
Well, see, I think this ties into Snuffles the fairycorn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've suggested there may be a bit snuffly allergies.
Yes.
The Dryland monsters probably make them snuffly and sneezy too.
Okay, so what are we going to call this adventure for Snuffles?
Snuffles and the adventure to make sure that no one else has to suffer from allergies.
Okay.
Or do you have a better name?
No,
that's a very wordy one.
It is quite wordy.
Snuffles fights allergies. Snuffles fights
for antihistamines.
Snuffle, the living antihistamine. It defeats all of your allergens.
Oh, bless. Poor Snuffles. So, Snuffles the Fairycorn, they live behind the vegetable rack in the kitchen.
Yeah, just like stealing little nibbles of food when they can. Yeah.
Carrots, I guess. I guess a fairycorn would probably enjoy carrots.
Well, see, when you mentioned fairycorn, for some reason I initially did picture slightly bunny-ish features, so... Yeah, maybe stick some bunny ears on them, they can eat carrots.
So they've got fairy wings.
Yep.
And bunny ears.
Yes.
And they buzz around.
Yes, and they're a tiny unicorn.
And they're a tiny unicorn. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
What's wrong with that?
I think I was just trying to get it clear in my head as someone who cannot envision these things. But what about a friend? They need a friend.
Oh, okay. My gut says their friend is just a regular old animal that we have in the real world, like the hamster that lives in the hamster cage that's like kind of near the vegetable rack.
Okay, yeah. So they have a hamster on the side in the kitchen.
Yeah. Hamster can't get out their cage, but they're like, I can help and give advice and cheer you on. So
the hamster's probably got a name that their human gave it.
Yeah.
Biscuit.
Ooh, Biscuit.
Hamster.
Biscuit's a good name.
Because they're biscuit coloured.
Yeah.
That's an appropriate name for a hamster.
Exactly.
But what do you think they call themselves?
Sir Archibald Reginald III.
Sir Archibald Reginald III.
The most regal of hamsters.
Most regal of hamsters. Do you think that sometimes they fashion a little tiny cape and sceptre?
Now I do.
Now they do. So in their little tiny hamster house, in the cage at the back, they have snuck away, where they hide it somewhere when it's cleaning day.
Yeah, a little
Maybe
bit
in their cheeks.
Yeah, like a little bit of like tissue or something that they ripped out from a tissue box near them and they made it into a cape.
Yeah, like a little cape and a little crown. And Sir Archibald, Reginald Archibald
the third, something fancy name.
It's morning, and it's just about sunrise. The woman's on up yet, and Snuffles, the fairycorn with the bunny ears, takes a long stretch and has a little nibble of a carrot, but not too much nibble because they don't want to be noticed as being there.
Oh, sorry, I've just had an idea. The reason why Snuffles is living in the house is because they're trying to get away from outside where it made them sneeze, and that's why it's a problem that the dust monsters are here. Because they thought they'd escaped the allergens, but no, there's more of them. There's now house allergens.
And they do a little flap and a little... All their tiny little, their clippity-cloppy horsey hooves land on the counter and they wake up. So, Sir Archibald!
Yes!
Are you going to come out and play today?
I wish I could, but I can't work out this confounded cage door still.
It's okay, I'll do it. And then Knuckles grabs the cage door out in the teeth and just and he just pops the door open.
Huzzah!
You're free.
Thank you. My imprisonment was far too long. Someone of my royal stature should be free to roam the kingdom as he pleases.
Absolutely. So I've been having a problem. I had terrible trouble sleeping last night.
Oh no! What on earth was going on?
I can't stop sneezing, and the whole reason I came in the house in the first place was to get away from all the sneezy things.
Oh goodness! We must go and investigate.
What they're going to ride to get down off the counter?
I imagined that Sir Archibald Reginald III was just going to ride the fairy corn down.
Okay, so
Surely they can-
just get on me back, and I will take you down to the grounds and safely. We don't want you plummeting again, Sir Archibald.
I'm fine.
Twitch.
Exactly.
And they ride down onto the floor, and then clip-clop.
Maybe they find their way to where the allergens are coming from by sort of aiming Snuffles around and seeing which direction makes them sneeze.
So Sir Archibald just grabs Snuffles by the side of the head and just points.
Yeah, just a little bit like a radar.
No, colder.
Yeah, exactly. And eventually they pinpoint that they need to be heading towards the washing machine.
Oh goodness, this is doing my allergies no good.
Oh goodness, we must be on the right path then, I suppose. Maybe we ask these fellas round here if they know what's causing you to sneeze, and then introduce the lint monsters.
What are you doing around here? This is our house.
Excuse me, my friend has been sneezing an awful lot in the last day or so. I think you may be the problem. You are allergens, and you're making my friend very poorly, and I would appreciate if you would just not be around anymore.
Well, we like it here. We've all been slowly forming out of all the little bits of leftover sock. Our plans are basically to keep stealing socks and then grind them up into even more dust and allergens.
So, we have an important thing we've not worked out for this story yet, which is, what is the resolution? Because I don't feel like Snuffles and Reginald Archibald, fancy name the third, I don't feel like fighting them, like destroying them would be the answer. Maybe. So Reginald Archibald, fancy name the third. Were you not ready for me to make that a canon part of their name?
That's absolutely fine. Yep.
Yes.
Yes, and?
Get themselves covered in lint and then, run over to the humans and hope that the humans will clear up the lint and get rid of it.
Okay, so Sir Reginald's like, I'm not having this.
And sort of runs through them and
Just rolls around on the floor, just does a little dust bath like a chinchilla.
yeah, and then goes, I'm getting the humans, you won't last too long.
And then Snuffles very carefully and very sneezily takes Sir Archibald upstairs to one of the humans' bedrooms and then just sort of deposits dusty warm hamster.
I feel like you wouldn't see the heads of these humans. I think
Just sort of the ankles.
Yeah, but you'd get a sort of like a oh goodness, Biscuit, you've managed to get out of it. How did you get so dirty? Oh goodness, and they sort of go to bring them back to the cage and twig. It was the lint, and they clear the lint tray out, and everything's okay.
No! The end.
Yay!
Yeah. If you want to send us any plots and any sort of ideas, goals, characters, if we can get a few things together, we will just shove them all in together and come up with something interesting, hopefully.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you to who did we get things? Tricky for giving us the story of the washing machine and the dusty creatures. And to Becky Toohill for Nuffles, the tiny fairy corn. I really likes birdies and snuggles. We didn't get anything in about the birdies and snuggles.
Well, okay, maybe the ending shot is a snuggle with Sir Archibald Reginald, fancy name.
having recently had a wash to get all the dust
Indeed,
off.
and they
Someone
just sort of,
hoovered the hamster down.
yeah, they just have a nice little cuddle in the cage, and that's the parting shot. Is the camera zooming in on them having a nice
Watching
cuddle?
birdies out of the window.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
there
lovely.
we go.
The end.
Yay! Thank you to everyone who sent submissions.
Yeah.
apologies we couldn't get around to everyone's, but we
we'll
will
keep hold of them, and
Yeah.
they might end up in a future one.
We have many stories to tell.
Indeed. Meow, come in.
Oh yes, hello Mittens. Hello.
Meow, yes, meow, mittens, yes. I am looking for a personal assistant for my catty business, meow.
Oh yes. Did you want to do a test or something? See if I can keep up with your arranging your schedule.
Okay, well, yes, my food bowl appears to be empty, so you'll need to do something about that. There's a big empty spot in the middle here.
You've got food left in your bowl. It just is around the sides.
Well, you need to do something about that, meow.
Okay, I'll push that to the middle. Now, can you see that there's food in there?
Food now, yes, sorry, no business, food now.
Having a look at your schedule here, I see that you've got a double booking. You've got both sleeping and having belly scritches at the same time.
No, not too bad. I can do both at the same time. But if you could perhaps push the thing off the side there.
Yes.
While I'm sleeping, having belly scritches, which is of course a trap.
Okay, this is pushed off the side.
Push more things offside. Fuck that thing in particular. Good, yes. Now, I would like to have 2 or 3 naps. Perhaps you could also be having a nap when I'm having a nap, so that more napping is happening overall.
I think I can certainly manage that. Was there anything else before we finish up?
Yes, ma'am. So there, we certainly need someone to rouse the humans. I think there's a time when I could be having a nap now. So
what time
if
would
you
you
could
like?
get up around 4 and start scratching the door and meowing loudly, I'll just get another nap in.
I think that could certainly work.
No. Okay, well, now, I guess you can be hired. I'll rub my face on you, therefore you're hired. You belong to me now.
Thank
Meow.
you.
Yes, you smell of me enough, meow. Now, if you could just go and put your bottom in the face of the woman, that'd be lovely, thank you, meow. Inside the boardroom of Electronic Cactus Softworks.
Hi. How are you today? You been doing any sort of nasty business again?
Well, since we sacked everyone, I've only had interns to flog, and it's weird. After a while, they just leave. It's like they've got nothing to lose, and
Oh,
it
goodness.
feels kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I can imagine. So I've got an idea for you today, and this is a nice simple one. It's pretty simple.
Sure.
So, like the most difficult part of making a game is we've got to actually make game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's got to be enough for people to keep playing, and
Yeah.
We can't really make a game that, has very little content or, ends abruptly without people, complaining. So, brilliant idea here, brilliant idea. We set up the game so it breaks your console.
That's brilliant.
Because here's the thing. A, you can't refund your game if you can't turn the console on to refund it.
Sure.
B, you'll break your game and your console before you can see that we didn't make much content.
Yeah.
That's the idea, really.
Is there any way we can hide it so there's literally no trace that it was our fault?
Well, we can deny that it's our fault. We can ignore all the people complaining and
I like ignoring people.
Well, because here's the thing: is if we just ignore people, then the next the next controversy will happen within like 3 days and we'll be forgotten. Someone will probably do an AMA on some terrible message board, and before we know it, we're off scot-clear.
Yeah, I mean, there's always someone that's going to say something problematic on the internet. Maybe we could just get someone to, do something on 8chan or whatever.
What a terrible mistake that would be. Even we wouldn't make a move that bad.
No. We're not fucking idiots.
No, we're not fucking idiots, unlike don't know who.
I mean, yeah, we're not fucking idiots. No one would do that.
No one would do that. So, yeah, that's it. We simply make a bad, short game, and we hide it by breaking everyone's console so that they not only can't play it, but they can't refund it.
You're a fucking genius.
I know.
Hello, come in.
Hello, Doctor. I'm sorry to book an appointment on such short notice.
No problem. Please have a seat.
I'm just a little overwhelmed by all my symptoms right now. I keep getting sort of very flush cheeks, and I'm blushing, and I keep getting this sort of churning, slightly excited but churning feeling in my stomach, and I can't seem to get my mind off of this same one topic, and I don't know what's wrong with me.
Okay, if you could just sit down for a moment. If I can, I'll just warm this up. I just need to check your heart there. Just pop that on you there. Ah, interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna use my torch here. If you could just look up and down. Okay, look straight at me. Right, yes, there is some dilation there. Pulse is slightly raised. Have you been seeing anyone new recently? Or...
Well, yes, I've got a new partner I've been seeing, and they're very nice and lovely and sweet and caring. Oh no, it's happening again, Doctor. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't you worry. It's perfectly natural. It's perfectly natural. You have what is known as a serious case of smitten.
Oh goodness, is there any cure?
Not really. I mean, breaking up with the person would be quite a terminal way of getting out of it, but I think you just have to accept that you are thoroughly smit.
Well, thank you, Doctor. At least I know what's wrong now.
It's okay.
I'll go let them know. I'll go let my partner know that I'm terribly smitten with them.
Indeed, and take this.
What is it?
It's a two-handed glove.
Oh,
it's named after your condition.
Is it a smitten mitten?
It is a smitten mitten. It's named after your condition.
The smitten mitten of our condition.
Yes. You can send in the next patient, please. Oh, yes, Spring, I'm coming.
It's okay, we'll let you in soon, Spring. There you go, the door's open. It's you can be here now, Spring.
Exactly, be as sunny as you need to be. It's okay, don't... Oh, she's gone. It's raining again.
Okay, I guess we'll close the door if they're not coming in.
Spring. Okay, in you come. Okay. If only for this one nice weekend, I guess.
Oh, see, they've come in. They're inside now. Oh, and they've gone back out. At least Spring came in a few steps this time before turning back around.
It was nice all morning.
Yeah, goodness. Okay, should we try this one more time?
No, it's just raining now.
Well, that few
cat.
Yeah.
Laura, we've got a new sponsor.
Oh, tell me about our new sponsor.
This week's sponsor is Megaton Industrial Presses. Do you need a really big pneumatic press?
No, I can't really afford one. They're a very niche product.
They are a really niche product.
I don't know why you would advertise one on a podcast that, I don't think is necessarily targeting the wealthy, needing to press things, materials demographic.
I don't know how popular we are in industrial circles. I think the problem might be that I turned off all ad tracking and now I'm just getting really irrelevant advertisers.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's... Okay, well, if any of you listening want to spend a fortune on a giant industrial press,
you can head to Megaton Industry /presses/pneumatic/discount /QPS 57 and get 4% off shipping for one of their XJ47/RB229X industrial presses.
installation not included.
Yeah, this is... Yeah. It's weird what happens when you turn off...
Yeah,
all your
SEO
ad
terms are
tracking.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I good luck to them. Thanks for the sponsorship, I guess. Yeah.
But thankfully, all of those kittens found their way back home. Now, over to the weather with Invisible Bob.
Hello, this is Invisible Bob. The weather today will be pleasantly warm with a chance of chocolate sauce rain around lunchtime. As such, there's a risk of very, very sexy times in the early afternoon, turning sticky by evening. Tomorrow there will be a disco-nado moving across the west coast of the country, so dress appropriately when those funky beats kick in and the glitter balls start to fall. Moving on to the weekend now, it's going to be amazing! It's going to be a waffle and syrup rain, and I'm so up for that. Make room, grab a fork, and dig in. Back to the studio.